Thanks for joining me today in Ceelee's kitchen one more time. Now today guys, I'm not cooking, but I'm here to share a few tips with you about the cleaning products that I use to clean my house, to clean my kitchen, my pots and my utensils, and just little tips of how we can keep our utensils and kitchen sanitized. So stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so guys, first I am going to start off with my Clorox. Now I use this for everything in the house. I use it in the bathrooms, I use it in the kitchen, I use it even in the refrigerator. So this has 40% more spray, so I always try to catch the ones on sale. I try to catch the ones with more in it because I always like more. And most times when I'm buying these things, I'll pick up like 2 or 3 of them so they last me for a long time. So I have one that I leave in my bathroom, and I have one that I leave under the kitchen counter. You know, if I'm cooking fish or I'm preparing chicken, you know, I have to spray my sink down. And of course, I don't use the same rags to wipe the sink or wipe the counter because, you know, we don't want to cross-contaminate anything in the kitchen. So most times what I do, my famous Bounty over here is my friend. So I have to buy a case of Bounty like, you know, every other month because I go through these things so fast. So these are, you know, squeezable, it's almost washable. So I try to use it a lot in the kitchen. And even when I'm doing my cooking shows, if you notice, I use a lot of Bounty to wipe anywhere that things are spilled because, you know, we just want to keep our environment clean when we're cooking and when we're not cooking. So, of course, this is the Clorox that I just spoke about. So I'm going to put this away. Alrighty. So next, I'm going to go to my Fantastic. Now, I use my Fantastic for some things. For example, this particular one, it says remove 100% grease. And guys, this is amazing. I use it over on the hood where, you know, you're cooking and the grease splashes up on the inside and on the outer parts of it. This is great for that. So I always use this for that purpose. And there's another type that I also use with bleach, but I tend to use this when I'm washing dishes. For example, if I give hubby like some porridge in a thermos, and you know that thermos sits all day in his bag because he eats breakfast in the morning and then he's out the whole day with this thermos in the bag, so it starts to stink. So when he comes home and he rinses it out in the sink, he sprays it with this because this helps to kill all the bacteria that was sitting inside. So what he normally does, he normally catches hot water inside that thermos and then he sprays this inside and cover it so it sits there for a couple of hours until we're washing dishes after dinner or so. Then we wash it, and of course we don't wash it with our sponge that we use to wash the dishes. We use a Bounty because we don't want to cross-contaminate the other dishes or the cups or any of the other utensils. It's on sale, and I bought it for a friend of mine that had a dog. I gave her one. I intended to give it back, give her the next one because I don't have an animal in my house, but I didn't get the chance to give it to her. So if there's anybody watching and needs this can of Clorox carpet cleaner who have pets, it's yours for free. Okay, so this is a giveaway on the show today. Alrighty, so of course my house is never out of Lysol. My house is never out of Lysol. And how can you do without Lysol, guys, when in this pandemic we have to spray everything? Now, what we use this for in our house, whenever we go out, especially hubby who takes the train to the city, and he sits on the train whenever he comes in the house, what we use this to do is to spray his jacket. If it's the winter time, we spray his jacket. We spray his pants that he sat on the train in. We spray his shoes because outside is dirty. And we spray his bag as well, because sometimes he might rest his bag on the seat in the train. So this is very important in the house. I even have one in the car, because during the pandemic, you know, I was very leery as to who rides in my car, because this thing is so contagious and you just have to be careful. So we're never out of Lysol. So I have 2 cans here. Okay, so let me rest this over here. And next, I'm gonna go to my dishwashing liquid. Now guys, I'm not really particular about dishwashing liquid, but as far as I'm concerned, they're all cleaning agents. The Dawn, the different ones, I can't even remember some of the names out there, the Spick and Span, and the, you know, the various brands that they have out there on the market. Now I bought this in BJ's, and to me, this works just as well as the Dawn or any of the other ones that they have on the shelves. Now what I do, if you notice, some of it is gone right here. I have my bottle here that I fill every time that it gets low with my dishwashing liquid, and I squeeze from this to wash my dishes. So this lasts me a very long time. Don't be surprised guys, this might last me for the rest of the year. I'm just kidding. Well, maybe November. But this is a lot, and it's a very thick lather. So sometimes I have to pour a little water in the bottle that I pour it in. So yep, so this is my dish soap. And this right here, let's go to the floors. I found this in TJ Maxx, and this is called the Method Wood Floor Cleaner. And guys, I can't even tell you how great this smells. This is plant-based. It's almond infused. So when you wipe my house with this, guys, my floors smell like, you know, almonds. Very smelly. I mean, smelling nice. You know, it gives the floor a nice, smooth look, and it gives it a clean look as well. So I like using this. And the Quick Shine, I use this in the bedroom. It's also a floor multi-surface cleaner, and it shines, it protects, and it gives the floor a nice sheen. And there's another one that I just recently started using called Bona. It's for hardwood floors. My friend Paul introduced me to it. He's into construction, so he works on all these buildings in Brooklyn, and they have wooden floors. So he told me about it. So you know, I went and I got this in, was it TJ Maxx? No, I don't think it was TJ Maxx that I got this. I think I got it in a variety store in Long Island. It was on sale, and I grabbed it because I remember him telling me about it. And trust me guys, it does wonders. When you put that on the floor, you have to be careful when you walk on my wooden floors, because there are many times my husband is skating all over the floors. He's like, see, where you put on the floor? You're gonna make man brought them back. Yes, this does wonders. It shines your floors. The floor has a mirror-like look when you're done using this. So this is a great floor product, guys, that you can look into. All right, so moving right along. Now, this is another Lysol that I fell in love with when I saw it. It says it's a mango and hibiscus scent, so it has a tropical scent. So, you know, whenever we shower in the bathroom, guys, after we shower, this is what I use. You know, I use it all over the walls, the tub, you know, just to refresh, just to give it a fresh look each time that we go and take a shower. So this I use in the shower. All right, so moving right along. So Pledge, everybody knows Pledge, and it's matching my blouse, guys. And this is a orange enhanced polish that I use on my fireplace, and I also use it on another piece of furniture that I have in the house, on my closet, you know, because it's wood, and it does wonders. It does wonders, guys. So this is another product you can look into. And hey guys, so this product is called the Earth Bright all-purpose cleaner. Now this is like a little compressed Ajax in a jar. I was introduced to this product by an old friend of mine who recently died. His name is Mr. McIntosh, and when he introduced me to it, I'm like, what is that? He said to me, it's like a mini Ajax in a jar. I laughed, but after using it on my pots, guys, and I mean, I had a big old Dutch pot, you know them Jamaican Dutch pots? Yes, I have one of those, and when I use this product inside that pot, that thing was shine, as my mother would have said, like a dollar piece. And I've used it on a lot of my utensils in the kitchen. You know, for example, my spoons. You see how shine my spoon is? Yes, it keeps it nice, bright and shiny. And my forks, they're nice and shiny. And not to mention my small utensils, even, you know, grating carrots or nutmeg, and you know, it stains on the graters. This is a great product to scrub these things off. So, you know, you guys should look into this. I'm not sure if you could get these in the stores, but I'm pretty sure you could look it up online and you could purchase. All right, moving right along. And of course, guys, my bio cleaner, which was also introduced to me by Mr. McIntosh. And this is quite similar to that, but the difference with this one polishes like your plates, your bowls, like your, you know, your fine china. This one does a great job. So this is called a bio cleaner. So I've been using this as well, but this one is a new one that I haven't used yet, as you can see. But I'm just letting you know that this is a great product as well. And of course, guys, you know Ceelee's Kitchen is organic, and everything we do in Ceelee's Kitchen is very organic. So the cloths that I use in my kitchen, you know, I try to buy the microfiber ones. I got this in TJ Maxx this week, and this is Bamboo Naturals. It's a microfiber cleansing cloth. They said it's ideal for scrubbing, cleaning, polishing, and drying. And there's 10 in the pack, guys. And of course, you know, I have to buy something with green in it for Ceelee's Kitchen. Yes, ma'am. So, you know, I've been using these. This is great to wipe down the stove, the counter, and of course, we're not gonna cross-contaminate these cloths. Once they start to get cross-contaminated, if it's not bad, I normally boil it in a saucepan with some, you know, light bleach and some detergent, you know, just to kill any bacteria that's sitting inside. And if it's too, you know, dirty, I just throw it out and I just move on to another one, because these are not so expensive. They're pretty cheap. This was $4.99 for a 10-pack, TJ Maxx. So if you guys are interested, this is a nice cleaning cloth that you could look into. And of course, guys, I have my cutting board here. And you know, cutting boards, if you're not careful, you can pass germs in the kitchen easily on your cutting board. Because if you notice, my cutting board has marks, but every time that I use my cutting board, guys, I make sure that I use my fantastic bleach to scrub it off properly with a paper towel first before washing it with my sponge, because you know, you just don't want to cross-contaminate something else that you're gonna cut up on it. So you guys have to make sure that your cutting boards stay clean. And of course, I use my Fantastic with bleach on this every time. If I run out of Fantastic with bleach, Clorox is just as good. So just to let you know, just some tips. And your gloves. These are gloves that I use when I'm cooking, or I use my fancy gloves with the green and white frill on the end, you know, when I'm seasoning meat, or I have to knead something. You know, your nails, even though you wash your hands, your nails might have germs in them. You have to be careful. So I make sure I don't run out of these gloves. I have boxes and boxes of them underneath my counter. So guys, that's another tip. And of course, these ones over here, you know, are for scrubbing those big pots. You know, when you have those big dirty pots, you cook big. For example, Saturday I cooked a big pot of soup. That pot is deep, and you know, you have to do some scrubbing, and especially if you have to scrub with your steel wool. You know, you don't want to mess up your fingers because your hands are soft, so you use this with your gloves for scrubbing. And of course, guys, I never go without my brush. You use your brush if you're washing something that's sticking on a plate or in a dish and it's difficult to come out. Then you just squeeze some detergent on this, or you could dip it in some Ajax or some cleaning agent, and you scrub your plate. Makes life easier. So this I use ever so often, but of course I clean again with my Clorox, because you don't want to have bacteria sitting between the bristles. So that's another tip if you use a brush in your kitchen. And of course, guys, you have to be careful with your sponges. I change these so often, guys. This company that manufactures these things, they're getting rich off of me, because I change these every week. I make sure that they're firm and clean. Anytime they start to get soft and saggy and smelly, I just throw it out. I don't have time for washing. I just throw it out and I just get another one. So these guys, you have to be careful. And this, of course, your sponges, always make sure that your sponges are clean too. Clorox, what most people do, they pop it in the microwave for a minute with some detergent on it or bleach, you know, so it kills any additional bacteria that's sitting in there. So you have to be careful with your sponges, guys. And of course, guys, since I was a kid, I've been seeing these cloths, and this particular one, they are reusable because these are infused with dishwashing liquid. So if you wet this, it's just starting to sud. So I use these on the floor sometimes when things spill, you know, and you don't want to use the mop. You just, you know, these are so handy for that purpose. So I keep these as well. And of course, when I wipe the floors, I have to throw it out. But if I'm washing like something, you know, on the countertop, I might reuse it again. But if I use it on the floor, it's out in the garbage for me. And guys, my Swiffer. This particular fragrance, the Gain fragrance, OMG. This smells like heaven when you wipe your house with your Swiffer. When I wipe the kitchen floors with this particular fragrance, it smells like heaven in here. It smells like heaven on earth. So I use that a lot. I also have the Clorox Scentiva ones that I would use once in a while. Like if I feel like the floor the kitchen floors need to be disinfected, then I'll use the Clorox brand. And of course, guys, I was recently introduced to this, and this is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't even tell you how amazing this is. This gets rid of all the moisture in your house. Now, my bathroom is very tiny, and when you close the door to take a shower, you know, it heats up in there when you turn on the hot water, and moisture starts to set in. So I went and I bought this, and I hang it up behind the door in the bathroom, and trust me, guys, it's been absorbing all the moisture in the bathroom. That bag thing at the bottom is just starting to fill up. It gives the bathroom a fresh smell. The moisture is absorbed, and it's just a different air in there. So you could get this. I got this in Home Depot, or you could check any of your hardware or variety stores. They might just have it. It's called Damp Grid. And one last thing, guys. Your sink sponge holders. Your sink sponge holders. Now, I change these so often. Well, this one I have probably about 5 months, but I might change it by Christmas or Thanksgiving. You know, these tend to gather bacteria around the suction part, especially on the inner parts. So you just have to be careful when you put this on the side of your sink, and then you're resting the sponge on the inside. You just have to make sure that this area over here is clean. So I constantly spray this with bleach every time that I wash the dishes, because I just don't want my sponges to, you know, get contaminated. So this is just a tip, guys. Make sure you take it off the sink. Make sure you wash around it, behind it, and put it back in its place. So guys, thanks for joining me today in this short video, you know, about tips in the kitchen. My next video, I will be, you know, highlighting some of my kitchen gadgets, stuff that I use in Ceelee's kitchen. I'll be introducing you to my green drawer. So guys, stay tuned for the next video. And of course, I have some upcoming videos with my cousin. We're gonna have a cook-off, and I also have an upcoming video with my brother. We're gonna have a brother-sister cook-off. So guys, just like the video them, share them, and please, if you are not yet subscribed to Ceelee's Kitchen on YouTube, I don't know what the delay is all about, but please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys,